Hey, what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. We're actually seeing something very special here happening today, and I think it's going to mark a bit of a shift in the trend that we've been seeing in cryptocurrencies. Now, what's going on is Bitcoin dominance is increasing once again, and this is something that hasn't happened in a long time. What we're actually seeing is Bitcoin doing well, right? And actually in the green increasing, while other cryptocurrencies, altcoins, are actually falling. And like I said, this is something that we haven't seen in months. I think that it's going to continue this way for quite some time, and we have reasons for why this is happening, right? This isn't due to nothing, but it does mark a certain change in the trend, and it's something that you have to pay attention to because it is going to be, the norm moving forward. So over the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is up 3%. Other altcoins are mostly down. And before I get into the news about that, talk a bit more in detail, I wanted to mention my technical analysis master course. If you want to spot moves like this early on and be able to trade this correctly, you're going to need no technical analysis, and that's what this course is for. So if you're interested, click the link in the description of this video and make sure to use code TRT70 at checkout. That will actually save you 70% off the course, and you'll be able to get it for only $297. This is a huge discount compared to the normal price, and it's very limited. There's only 100 discount codes available. A number of those have already been used, so make sure to take advantage of this now. Once again, if you want to get 70% off the course, use code TRT70 at checkout, and we've got a link to the course in the description of this video, so make sure to go check that out there. With that being said, we're going to move on to the rest of this video, starting off with some of the tweets that I made earlier today, and I actually mentioned, what was going on. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and make sure to follow me on Twitter, link to that as well in the description of this video. I'm very active on there, giving out a bunch of market updates. So what I spotted was that we got a bit of a manipulative price action moment once again, right? So we basically got this drop out of nowhere, very fast drop, and that was quickly followed by a reversal and then a breakout higher. So this is a typical bear trap due to manipulation, where a lot of people probably sold on the drop and then completely missed the move higher, right? So you got to be really careful of stuff like that. We've been seeing a certain amount of manipulation lately. Of course, not every move in the market is manipulation, but things like this, you do have to ask yourself the question, why would it be, so obvious that there's this drop like that and then a quick reversal due to no reason, right? There wasn't any news or anything like that to create this price action. So the only real thing left is manipulation. Now, talking about the Bitcoin dominance and the shift that we're going to start to see in cryptocurrencies. Well, what happened here is that Bitcoin's dominance by market capitalization actually reached its highest level in a very long time. And if we go ahead and take a look at the Coinbase charts here, it becomes much more obvious what's really happening. So if we take a look after the breakout, Bitcoin continued to steadily increase. And compared to other altcoins, that wasn't the same thing at all, right? If we take a look at Bitcoin Cash, we actually saw a very big drop all the way back down to the drop that we had back here. Same thing for Ethereum, and same exact thing for Litecoin. So usually what happens with the price action of cryptocurrencies is they tend to follow each other. Typically, they'll just follow what Bitcoin is doing. And actually, altcoins tend to even outdo Bitcoin since they're smaller. They're able to get more of an increase. Since Bitcoin is bigger, it's harder to move the price, right? And this is actually a complete difference to what we saw today, right? Where Bitcoin actually was in the green increasing while other altcoins were actually dropping, right? Not even doing less than Bitcoin, actually dropping. So over the last couple of days, we actually saw them do maybe a little bit less than Bitcoin, and we started to get some signs that Bitcoin was going to do better than them. But here we actually got a confirmation that this is happening, and I think that this is going to continue for quite some time. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. So please let me know what you think of this, and do you agree that the Bitcoin dominance will continue? With that being said, I might make a video talking more in detail about this, so let me know if you're interested in that and as well in the comment section below. And don't forget to check out my technical analysis master course. Now, with that being said, we're going to jump into the technical analysis, starting off with Bitcoin, of course. And right now, the price action is fantastic. We are seeing a increase higher here above the 70 line on the RSI. We got our price action that broke above $7,700, which is actually a pretty big resistance level. And now we're pushing that upper Bollinger Band again. I think that we might even be able to get back above $8,000 pretty quickly here, since we're continuing the breakout pretty much. Now we do have some downside, some potential downside compared to where our downtrend line is, sorry, uptrend line. And if we start to reverse once we reach $8,000, we'll probably drop back down to our middle band or something like that. But for now, we're steady on the increase, and we have no reason to believe that we're going to see a reversal unless we face some severe resistance at $8,000. I actually think that we have a good chance of breaking out higher on this move. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum next, see what's going on. Ethereum is facing some struggle here, crashing back down to $450 on its uptrend line and kind of support level here. Indicators not looking too bad, still continuing towards the upside, but they're starting to flatten out a bit. So that could lead to some consolidation here. It's still the very beginning of this Bitcoin decoupling, so we can't really be for sure what's going to happen with the altcoins. But for now, it looks like they may actually drop some more or consolidate. Litecoin, pretty flat for the time being. I expect that to continue a little bit longer. Let's go ahead, take a look at Nano now, see what's going on. Nano has been struggling a little bit compared to other cryptocurrencies, and unfortunately, it's actually dropping more here today. Now below 30,000 Satoshis, not good at all. I think this is going to continue towards the downside, lower into the 20,000 Satoshi range. We're starting to move below the 30 line on the RSI. Nano not looking strong here at all. Actually, one of the weaker cryptocurrencies right now. Let's go ahead, take a look at Ripple. Ripple is, I need to go over to the Bittrex chart here. Ripple is also experiencing a bit of downside action here like a lot of other altcoins. And we have a doji candlestick, which is actually a pretty good sign considering everything. This could mean that we're going to start to consolidate or maybe even reverse higher. But this is an indecision candlestick, which means that anything can happen at this point. And for now, we're still okay, right, because we're still above 40 cents. However, any move below 40 cents is going to lead to quite a bit of downside. And keep in mind, the more these altcoins fall, the more people are likely to put their money into Bitcoin because that's what's doing well. And I actually didn't mention, but why Bitcoin is moving higher is because we have all these funds and institutions, all this institutional money that's pouring into Bitcoin specifically, and the potential ETF that's coming through, which will even further increase investments towards Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our next crypto, which is going to be NEO, see what's going on. We're going to take a look at the Bittrex chart here. And NEO actually hasn't been one of the strongest cryptos, to be honest, lately. We're starting to flip back lower on the indicators, and the price, we're still holding okay above our upper Bollinger Band, but I think we might even start to see a fall back down to $30 or even $26, our support level. Any move below that would lead to some pretty bearish price action. Let's go ahead and look at EOS. EOS has also been struggling to regain its glory here in the short term, and we're actually moving down pretty quickly towards our longer term uptrend line, this yellow line right here. So that's where we can expect a bounce. Hopefully we do get a bounce there. However, if we move below that and move below 9,000 Satoshis, we're going to be in for a lot of downside. So we do have to be careful here for EOS as well. Indicators not looking good. We dropped back below the 30 line on the RSI. Let's go ahead, take a look at our next cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, which is going to be Stellar Lumens. This is actually one of the cryptos that I think could still hold up pretty well compared to other altcoins. It has some great news that's been coming through, but it is also dropping here today. So we're moving back towards our uptrend line. Hopefully we're able to stay in the symmetrical triangle formation, then slowly but surely climb back up higher towards the end of that. Even if it takes time, as long as we don't start crashing lower, we're still okay. And I'd like to see Stellar remain in the symmetrical triangle formation and then just basically move higher slowly over time. And if that doesn't happen, we want to make sure we stay above 3,500 Satoshis, right? If we move below 3,500 Satoshis, that's when things become much more bearish. Let's go ahead, take a look at Lisk and see what's going on. So Lisk has also been struggling to really get that strength going again. And we're actually looking pretty flat right now on the indicators and on the price. Probably going to continue a bit longer, but we are near our support level here. So any move lower than where we're at now, pretty much, any bigger drop is going to push us back down to $4 and maybe even lower than that. Let's go ahead, take a look at our next cryptocurrency, which is going to be Cardano. Cardano is currently, going to go over to the Bittrex chart here. Cardano, also one of the cryptos that got some better news recently, but not able to avoid this drop here today. So we're actually testing our uptrend line, could get a bounce here. With that being said, we could also move back down to 2,000 Satoshis. That is our critical support level that we do not want to move below. So we need to make sure we stay above that at all costs. And we're definitely seeing our indicators starting to find some weakness here. So we got to be careful. Let's go ahead, take a look at our last cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, which is going to be IOTA, which is currently testing its uptrend line. We're really at the limit of our support level here. I actually think that we're going to see a drop lower, and we're going to start trickling down lower in this range, basically, moving towards 60, 50 cents, maybe even down to 33 cents, which is our last support level after basically where we're at before all the even big run up happened. With that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Make sure to check out my technical analysis course. See you next time.